It should not be taken lightly. This is the greatest invitation to the greatest event ever. You have people out there that covet to be invited to a feast or a gathering of the so-called royals, or a so-called feast that everybody wants to go to. A gathering of so-called the minds of the world. People covet to that. But this is the greatest invitation ever to the greatest gathering and the greatest event that ever took place on the planet Earth. And the Lord gave it to us. And the way we show our appreciation is by doing the video, doing the work. However much the Lord gave each one of us. That's showing gratitude.
Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he hath. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, By hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. But this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them.
Out of all of these.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS, whom rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. And just looking at a few videos, as I'm getting off, listening to what brothers is going into, and different things is going on, you come to the conclusion, that this society, has to be stopped. Okay, this cannot go on. Okay, what this society, has become and what it's producing has to be stopped. And the longer that we're here, within this society, the judgment, that's pronounced in the scripture for this current society, all right, it makes perfect sense. And this lets you know that Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua is a righteous judge. When you really, understand, what this world is becoming, what it has become and what it's becoming, and who's in charge and the mindsets of the people, you understand that there does need to be a great reset, but it's going to be in righteousness. Okay? And this society, all right, at the rate it's going, it's racing, the judgment, and rightfully so. Now, what I want to start off with is in the book of Job chapter 10. Okay. We got a few things to go into, a few videos, and this is the book of Job chapter 10, verse 21, it says, "Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death." And see, when we leave here, ain't no be no returning, man. We ready to go whence. Okay, we should be in the spirit, okay, of leaving. Okay, we should be in the spirit of the hell with what we got. Okay, the hell with what we got coming. Cause hey, brothers and sisters in different positions, man. You got brothers and sisters that got thriving businesses and different things going on. Different increase. We got things, man. We don't show it. We ain't gotta, put it, in the live screen what we got. Rap about a car, a Hellcat, or rap beside Benz. But we adults, man. We got things, man. But see, we in the spirit now. With none of that matters, man. We ready to see a righteous, kingdom under Yahweh Shai. That's what we at with. Lord will, we of that number. The mindset of the hopeful elect is to see a righteous kingdom, all right, being forwarded, okay, in the earth. Now, reading on, it says, "A land of darkness is darkness itself, and of the shadow of death." And this is a death culture, And see, people have no clue, okay, of how, bugged out, okay, how wicked the leadership of this society is. Because a lot of people think it stop at Trump, or they might be woke a little bit and they think, it stop at, Bezos and your guy, from Tesla, Elon Musk, But no, man, there's some deep, dark, wicked Edomites that run this society, man. And they want to convert the whole world into just pure satanic, chaos, man. Okay? And we're going to get it. And it says, "In the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is darkness." Okay? And Esau Edom is the worst heathen, to ever, be within rulership, man. Okay, scripture call him the base man, and he's the base, okay, of the base. This man rules the earth in a very low energy, man. Very low vibration, man. And it's geared in wickedness. Now, I want to get this, okay, because the latest thing now, before I get me cue this up, cue this precept up. This is the book of Esther, because even under the Persians, even other heathens, okay, they had some order, they had some decency about how they ruled. Now I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna run through it, okay, and just expound on the points. It says, this is Esther 1:1. It says, "Now it came to pass in the days of Osiris, all right, or Xerxes. This is Ahasuerus, which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia, over 127 provinces. That in those days, when the king Osiris sat on the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan, the palace, in the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all his princes and his servants, the power of Persia and Media, the nobles, the princes of the provinces, being before him, when he showed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor of his excellent majesty many days, even in 180 days." And that's 180 days, so it took a half a year, just to show off, his kingdom, man. Okay, it says, and when in verse 5, it says, "And when these days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people that were present in Shushan, the palace, both unto great and small, 7 days in the court of the garden of the king's palace." It says, "Where were white, green, and blue hangings fastened with cords and fine linen, and purple to silver rings and pillars of marble, The beds were of gold and silver upon a pavement of red and blue and white and black marble, and decked out. Man, it was decked out. It says, and they gave them drink in vessels of gold, the vessels being diverse one from another, and royal wine in abundance according to the state of the king. And the drinking was according to the law, none did compel, for so the king had appointed to all officers of his house that they should do according to every man's pleasure. Also, Vashti the queen made a feast for the women in the royal house which belonged to King Osiris. And it says, on the seventh day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mehuman, Mishta, Harbana, Bigthoff, and Agbaktoff, Zathar, and Carcass, the 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Osiris the king, to bring Vashti the queen before the king with the crown royal, to show the people and the princess her beauty, for she was fair to look on. So he summoned, his wife pretty much. But the queen Vashti refused to come at the king's commandments by his chamberlains. Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burned in him. Then the king said to the wise men which knew the times, for so was the king's manner toward all that knew law and judgment. And the next unto him was Karshina, Shathar, Admatha, Tarshish, Meres, Mersina, and Mumikin, and 7 princes of Persia and Media, which saw the king's face, which set the first in the kingdom. So pretty much his counsel. So now he's pissed. His wife didn't come. So now pretty much his counsel, his closest men in his court, are rather having counsel with him. And it says, for this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husband in their eyes when it shall be reported. The king of Osiris commanded Vashti the queen to be brought before him, but she came not. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto the king princes which have heard of the deed of queen, thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before King Osiris, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she. So his counsel, like, look, this can't happen, because if the king is not respected by his woman, no other man stands a chance. Okay, showing you that even these Elamites had a standard, had some type of decency when it came to order, but not this guy, not Esau, man. Okay, he's the exact opposite. Okay, and there's been this big thing about Will Smith, and which we know it was all a nothing but a Hollywood production, an act, for a distraction, but also we know Esau loves to do psyops, and throw enchantments out, okay? Because now you got all this energy going into this one incident. Now it's framing the ideology, and I'm gonna play it real quick in a minute. But looking at this now, women gonna start looking at their husband like, shit, you need to be more brave like that. You need to be more outgoing to defend my glory. And we know Eve, all right, Eve is so reckless, she'll start the situation, then expect the man that she with, to just jump in. She'll be the problem, okay? But then the man is just supposed to hold up for her and her wrong. So now we finna see a lot of men being pressured just to be, more hostile, for the so-called honor of their women. Which, okay, of course, if you're a woman, you as a man, you gonna go hard for your woman. But look at the behavior, because you gotta look at what led up the behavior of Jada Pinkett Smith leading up to this whole altercation. Her pattern of rebellious disorder, no respect for Will. She told him about another guy, I think August Alstein, whatever, August Ostina, you know, she told him about some entanglement. You remember that entanglement became trending. Okay? Then you had her daughter talking about what's that word that she used for dealing with different men. You got her daughter wilding out, all this madness. You got the son Jaden, all right, he's a Mo, okay? So you have all this chaos and disorder within this marriage. And see, that is what he was defending. When he went up there, he was defending that. That's the psyops that they playing. No matter what your woman do, you supposed to defend it. Cause pretty much he supposed to been done with her. But this is a wicked society, and they got all these different paperwork and different things, man. But just to show that this psyops that Esau is playing, he's putting in the mind of the masses, all right, to defend this BS, man. So let's play it, and then let's look at what else type of angle Esau is using with this.
No annual fee on any Discover card.
Will Smith and Chris Rock. Was it acceptable? Oscars.
Now, you see the title. It says, "Was Will Smith Oscar slap a display of toxic masculinity?" Man, okay, and listen to the people that they're interviewing. Okay, they want Jake to be in this weak, feeble, okay, simp, okay, behavior, man. But you only supposed to be a hero to defend madness, man. Okay, and like I said, we know, okay, that this, is a psyop. It's they're actors. Okay, it's the Oscars. Okay, how dumb can you people be to really feed into this? But it's happening. The scripts say the simple believe every word. But now they trying to push. Okay, this is toxic masculinity. Okay, because they want you Jakes to be suppressed and just be a yes man to the society and a yes man to your husband, man. To your wife. Okay, they want you to be a yes man to the society and a yes man, all right, to your wife, man. A wicked wife at that, man. Okay.
Community psychologist Dr. Obari Cartman couldn't believe what was unfolding on stage between two of Hollywood. Like millions of Americans last night watching the Oscars, community psychologist Dr. Obari Cartman couldn't believe what was unfolding on stage between two of Hollywood's biggest entertainers, Will Smith and Chris Rock. Was it acceptable for him to handle his displeasure with the joke about his wife in that way?
Well, I think the perspective is the larger conversation we're having about manhood. The larger conversation we've had about Will Smith for a long time about him being soft, comparing him to Jada's ex, Tupac. You see Tupac is hard, you see Will Smith is soft. That rigid, narrow conversation about manhood, I think, turns into moments like this.
And you see what they want the Israelite man to be. Okay, effeminate. Okay? Just this effeminate, sensitive. Okay? You see the guy that they interviewing, man. You know what he is, man. And this is what they want the new world, all right, Israelite Jake to be, man. Just accepting, okay, and a defender of wickedness, man.
Which Dr. Cartman works to prevent by creating safe spaces for black men to come together to process their experiences and emotions.
In Chicago, we talk about people dying because a man can't regulate their ego. And we couch it in the language that is protect black women or protect, the community. But it's much more about protecting his own image.
Which is why some are calling Will Smith's actions a show of toxic masculinity. Dr. Cartman says Smith should have consulted with his wife, Jada.
I imagine she would have said, just calm down, we'll handle this later.
Carl H. Tutt Jr. is the immediate past board chairman of 100 Black Men Chicago. He agrees that Smith's response was wrong. Tut hopes the actor uses this mistake as a teachable moment for young men.
This is a perfect time for him to be able to lend himself and talk about how we can do a better job of conflict resolution. And maybe this can have a better overall impact on what we're dealing with the violence that we have.
Will Jones, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
And that's what Esau Edom does. You know, here it is. Now, okay, they can use this guy as the face of toxic masculinity. And now they can blame the violence, you know, strictly on Jake not being able, you know, to control their ego. But who created niggas, man? Now, Jake is in the wrong for constantly participating, you know, in these deaf cultures, okay? But who paved the way, all right, for niggas, man? Okay? Who created these record labels that give Jake all this money, okay? That send Jake on tours. That, all right, when you look at the the cartels, the CIA is over the cartels. The cartels, all right, supply the neighborhoods, okay? And then the guns find their way to the neighborhoods on the train. The train just happened to stop. And all these hood, the train, the section of the train with the guns on it stopping all these neighborhoods, okay? Where Jake at, man? Okay? All these drugs just happen to flow freely through these neighborhoods. This whole industry that exalts, okay, this deaf culture, this street culture, and glorifies this street culture is financed by who, man? The 1948ers, okay? But now they take one isolated incident and say, see, this is why. We need to dissect this and maybe we can find the solution to why they act like they act, man. And that's how he gets, man. But let's go into some precepts. Now, when you go to Isaiah 3 and 12, it says, as for my people, children are their oppressors and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way, all right, of thy paths. Okay? And destroy the way of thy paths. Okay? And you go into paths because the Israelite man is pretty much led by this society and the woman. Okay? That's why you look at the Israelite man, you have men that cater their life, you know, to be accepted by women. That pretty much, you know, try to make adjustments and, you know, pattern themselves after something that's acceptable to Eve. You know, the haircuts, the clothes, okay? To be acceptable, you got men, you know, their whole life, they chasing the acceptance of a woman or the acceptance of this society. So pretty much the Israelite man is driven by being accepted by this society and by women, you know. So when you go to that word paths, okay, going to the Hebrew word arah, all right, and what does it say? Way of living. You see, when you go to definition C, way of living. So trying to be accepted by this society, trying to be you know, liked, okay, by Eve. What does it do? It destroys your past. Okay, you got Jakes that had no business trying to be street niggas that be street niggas just for Eve, man. You have Jakes, okay, trying to be accepted by this society, all right, or pretty much to be accepting to all this madness, okay, just to be accepted, man. You know, Jake, you know, they, especially guys in Hollywood, man. Like Kanye, he was on, like, when you look at that documentary, what makes Jake take that next level and start sacrificing people is because Jake want to be accepted by that inner circle, man. You know, this woman in this society, man. When you look at Magic Johnson, all right. When you look at that series, Showtime, on HBO Max, see the guys, them Jakes that Magic Johnson came in the game with, they was having things like Jake was having their own theaters. They was riding in limousine. Jake had their own businesses. Jake was good, but see, it showed a scene where Magic, he was blown away by the fame that Bill Cosby had, during that time, and he wanted that fame. He wanted that acceptance. Okay, and what did he do to get that acceptance? He destroyed his way of life. Okay, and that's what Esau Edom does with these enchantments. In order for you to get accepted by this society and by the woman, a lot of men destroy their way of life, man. You know? So that's why the scriptures tell us to do what? All right? And I get this by the brother. I'm a one to buy it. This is First Ezra 4:26. It says, yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, become servants for their sakes. Yeah, and see, Will Smith pretty much put himself in the place of a servant. Okay, he pretty much like the brother said, he put like it was staged, but like I said, you're gonna have a lot more men. All right, in their mind, they woman gonna be looking at them like, shit. You see how Will did for, shit. Will stood up for his. You ain't gonna, you know how Eve get, man. You know, you know how Eve get, gonna be putting that pressure on Jake, and it's gonna be a lot of Jake. They gonna get bold, and him and Eve gonna get their ass shot up. Okay, that was like a movie. What you just seen. There's gonna be some men that's gonna try that in real life, and him and a woman gonna get the top toe out their head, man. You know? And it says many also have perished, have erred and sinned for women, and perished and died, man. You know? That's because there's a lot of people there's a lot of men, that they get blindly emboldened, dealing with this woman, man. Okay? Dealing with women, man. Okay? I'm gonna jump to verse 37. This from the brother. I'm gonna want to buy it on 444. First Ezra 4:37 says, wine is wicked, the king is wicked, women are wicked, all children of men are wicked, and such are all their wicked works, and there is no truth in them, all right, in their unrighteousness, man. And it's gonna be a lot of Israelites destroyed following after the woman, man. And Jada Pickett is a real low grade version of a woman. But see, that's all right. That's the new world order. Like Eve ain't like you think the red pill community gonna stop the Eve train? Eve gonna get worse and worse, man. Okay. It's cute. You got your platform. You can go watch. You might get a point or two. See an interesting dialogue. Okay. But for the most part, it's over with, man. All right. This is First Ezra 4:38. It said, as for the truth, it endureth, and always strong, it liveth and conquer forevermore. All right. And see, the truth is conquering, man. Because pretty soon, we coming to a time, all right, where, matter of fact, let me get that. Let me get that in 1 Corinthians. That's why when you read 1 Corinthians 7, it's 1 Corinthians 7 and 31, it says, and they that use this world and not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Okay? The fashion of this world passing away. So we use this world, like I say, you brothers, you sisters got your thing going on. You make your money moves, use this world, man. You know, because at the end of the day, I know when I be at work, I'm selling the character. I be acting like them niggas. You know, Will Smith, I'm acting like them niggas. I need an Oscar. You know, when I at work, I'm acting. I'm putting on the act. Hell, I'm getting benefits from it. Okay? Yeah. So ain't nothing wrong with using this word. You know? But see, Jake, this is really Jake life. You know, Jake get Jake get caught up in it, man. Cause this is the beginning and end for Jake. This society. Okay? Niggas is 35 still with you know, dreams of going platinum. Okay? Jake, you know, Jake been selling 2 ounces of weed for the last 2 years and think he gonna be, you know, the next Frank Lucas, man. You got Jake that's really lost within this, man. Okay? And this is it for them. This is their reality, man. Okay? I wanna go to the fashion. Yep. You going to the word fashion in the Greek.
Strong's G 4976. Schema.
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 Yep. And it says the habitus as comprising everything in a person which strike the senses, the figure, bearing discourse, actions, manner of life. See, this manner of life is gonna pass away, man. This is temporal. This has to pass away, man. It can't keep going on like this, man. You know, the fashion of this world is gonna pass away, man. That's why it's gonna be so much destruction, man. Okay. Let's get that in Jeremiah. Okay. When you go to Jeremiah, I believe it's 30, is it 35? And 25. All right, this is Jeremiah 25 and 33. It says, "And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be a dung upon the ground," because these people they finna die some disgraceful deaths, man, because they're disgraceful lifestyles, man. Okay? Yahweh Shema Shai is just about to start running through the earth with death, man. You know, and we see why. And this is just the beginning. It's finna get it's finna get worse, man. The things we finna go into. This is just the warm up. You know? But this man is wilding, man. You know? We should be crying, okay, for this man to be stopped. You know? You go to and that's why pretty much in the truth we come back, you know, the Israelite men, we come back to our manhood because we're governed, you know, by the fear of Yahweh Shema Shai through this wisdom, you know, and that's the true, you know, masculinity. Okay, that's the true, you know, having that alpha frame is within the scriptures, man, being ready to stand, all right, on what we believe, man, and die if need be. You know, it's Isaiah 46 and 8. It said, "Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors, man." And the house of David, you know, is being formed. All right. And we're remembering, Lord will we of that number. We're remembering ourselves, you know, as men. Okay. I'm trying to see, did it go into. Okay. And we go into the strong, the Hebrew word is ayash. And it says to act in a manly way, all right, to show oneself a man, all right, to be a man, to show masculinity, champion, great man. And see what this world, you know, pushes as masculinity, you know, is not about, you know, being an expert on a woman. It's about not caring, all right? That don't even matter to you, man. You know, as a man, to have something, a purpose that's above, you know, above women, okay? Women are add-ons, you know, to our purpose, not our purpose, man. Okay, not having to you know, not caring about what the masses is doing, you know, but standing on righteousness, man. Okay, our forefathers showed great masculinity, man, telling kings what they weren't gonna do, you know, not being, you know, disorderly for nothing, you know, at work. Okay, you at the, you know, at the Bible, you know, the time clock with the Bible. No, okay, not, you know, not being over righteous and unbalanced. But when it time to stand, when it came time to stand, our forefathers told kings what they weren't gonna do, man. You know, and that's the masculinity we're tapping back into, man. Okay, not this, you know, what the world sees as masculinity, man. You know, a lot of muscles everywhere, and you know, women, and you know, high value according to this society. You know, the six figures, and you know, all these. No, man. What you gonna stand on when it's time to stand? You know, because a lot of men with money finna fold. There's a lot of men that, you know, how that have, you know, that have mastered how to manipulate women. They finna fold under what's to come, man. You know, and Esau Edom is steady throwing these enchantments out. Now, let's go here, okay? Because like I say, man, this guy here is wilding, man. You know.
Some parents in a school district in Washington
Let me play this. All right.
actually didn't do the reporting on this one. We kind of came in after the fact. So some parents in a school district in Washington state enraged this morning after an alleged assignment was handed out to first graders. The assignment was posted to Twitter, and it asked the 5 and 6-year-olds if they thought they were a boy, girl, neither, or both. Erica Sanzi, Director of Outreach for Parents Defending Education, joining us this morning right now to discuss. Thanks for joining us. First, you did reach out to the school because you always wanted to confirm if this was really even true. What was their response? Well, we actually didn't do the reporting on this one. We kind of came in after the fact. So it was journalists from other outlets who did the reporting and who got the statement from the school district that said that they were teaching this because it's required by the state standards under the health and physical education. So the first thing I would say is that all of the people who looked at it and said it looks like a grammar lesson, this isn't a grammar lesson. In fact, this is a health and physical education lesson, according to the school district. But you'll notice there is no actual mention of grammar here, right? They don't explain. We don't see these children learning what a pronoun actually is or what the purpose that it serves. They're not talking about subject pronouns, object pronouns, possessive pronouns. They are only talking about pronouns in the context of gender ideology. And so just for everyone that is out there sort of debating what this is physical education and health in first grade in this school district. In fact, the school district wrote a statement.
It said this is physical education and health. You see how they put darkness as life? Okay, they're asking first graders, how do they identify? Male, female, or both. Okay, and they call it health. This man is putting darkness as light, man. This is him. This is the man of sin being revealed. Okay? This all goes back to the people that's in leadership, and these same people that's, you know, you got the gay BCs, you got, you know, this, okay? Pronoun test. All right? And these the same people that gave you Christianity that you niggas, that you can't pry niggas off of, man. Okay? And a nigga that's a Christian in 2022, okay, it's a good chance that Yahweh Shem Shai gonna kill you, man. At least you repent. Yo, if you still a Christian, if you ain't asking no question and you still defending the Christian doctrine, okay, there was a great chance, okay, that Yahweh Shema Shai reserving you for a hell of a death, man. You know, and the water, Yahweh Shema Shai for getting us out of that madness, man. You know, us that was in it. You know I was in it tough. You know, thought I was right. You know, way off, man. You see, but let's keep playing.
That quote, the Edmond School District is required to teach state standards. They wrote one component of the Washington State Health Education Standards includes a section on self-identity. It also includes sections on healthy relationships, growth and development, wellness, safety, as well as some other areas. As you referenced, first grade, the standard for self-identity states explain that there are many ways to express gender. Teachers use the standards to design lessons to provide a variety of age-appropriate and grade-level learning. So they actually have a curriculum and lessons to go along with this as well. What does that look like? Do we know?
Shalom, Sawada, Yahweh.
Now, just look at this, man. Okay. It says Texas teacher claims 20 fourth graders out of 32 students identify as alphabet. Okay? 20 out of 32. Okay? And guess what number that's close to? Alright? That's damn near 2/3. You see? That's damn near, that's right at 2/3, man. Okay? This place gotta be stopped, man. This is what this man is grooming. This is what's coming next. This generation can't get old, man. This generation of kids can't become adults, man. Okay? And and this is why we see all these global events happening and speeding up, man. Because the Most High is about to make short of his work, man. You know? What does let me find it. If it say it, you know, sake the work short. This is Romans 9:28. It said, "For he will finish the work and cut it short in righteousness." Okay? Because wickedness is spreading too quick, man. That's why he say he's going to cut it short in righteousness. Because a short work will the Lord make upon the earth. Okay? A short work will the Lord make upon the earth, man. And he's, alright, speeding this thing up, man. That's why the scripture says it's going to be a speedy, radiance. Okay, let's get that. Alright. It's Zephaniah. Okay. This is Zephaniah 1:14 said, "The great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry their ability." And that day is hasting, man. And it's going to be some bad times, man. Okay. To where the toughest, roughest men, okay, are going to cry ability, man. Which means they're going to be terrified, man. Okay. And it says that day is a day of wrath, okay, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men. You still have men, like I say, trying to defend Christianity. How blind can you be? Okay? How blind, alright, can you be, man? Defending Christianity, man. Walking around with vocab. You're a blind man. Okay? Supporting the alphabets. Taking the juice. Trusting Esau, you're blind. Okay? And it says, because they have sinned, and tell you why. Okay? And people are following the man of sin around the earth, man. Okay? It says, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as the dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. For the whole, it said, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. And that's here in America, man. That's why America just gonna be turned to desert with the people on it. Okay? This is why judgment is gonna be so severe, man. Okay? When you look at this society, we're gonna go back to that too. This second Esdras. Okay. 15. Starting at 5. Okay, this second Esdras 15:5 said, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, of sword, famine, death, and destruction. Okay, and then he tells you what he's bringing, then he tells you why. Okay, because that's how a judge do, man. He tells you your sentence and why you're getting that sentence, man. Okay, it said, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled, man. It's beyond wicked here, man. It's becoming beyond wicked. Okay, and when you go to Wisdom of Solomon, all right, chapter 14, you know, this is what this lifestyle has led to, man. Okay, this is Wisdom of Solomon 14:22. It says, moreover, this wasn't enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of the Most High, but whereas they lived in great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called they peace. And yeah, people think it's normal, all right, to have all these alphabet people just floating around the earth. That's not normal, man. People think it's normal, okay, to see, you know, the Transformers, you know. People think it's normal adultery, and they think these things is normal, man. Look at the degenerate culture, okay? Jake just, you know, killing each other like they doing, man. They think this is normal. This is a plague, man. Okay? The women reduced to harlots, man. All the women pretty much of the tribes, especially of the Southern Kingdom, reduced to harlots. They can try to dress us up, make it look cute. Pretty much they're reduced to harlots, man. This is not normal. The earth is plagued with wickedness. This is a plague, but they call it normal. Okay? And if you don't look at it from the perspective of the scriptures, you know, you would think this is normal. Okay? Verse 23 said, for while they slew their children in sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made revelings of strange riots. And what's the new slaying of kids in sacrifice now, man? Okay? What's the modern day child sacrifice, man? Abortion. Okay? And you see what it says. Okay, it says abortion is child sacrifice. And you look at these pictures, man. Okay? Abortion is child sacrifice, man. Look at these different. Trying to find it. All right. He said, stop calling child sacrifice, choice. Okay. But this is normal. Go into these different pictures. This is nothing but, your modern Molech. That's why I say Planned Parenthood. Okay, over the Molech. All right. But this is normal in this society. Okay. So when you go to the scriptures, because the scriptures speak against this place in a major way. All right. Let's get that in I believe it's in Exodus. Okay. This is a direct offense against Yahweh Shema Shai. This is Exodus 23. All right. Where you go? All right. This is Exodus 23 and 26. It says, there shall nothing cast their young, nor be barren in thy land. The number of thy days I will fulfill. And when you go to cast, because this goes back to Egypt as well, when they were doing abortions in Egypt, child sacrifice. They was doing those things in Egypt. And you get the word cast in the Hebrew, it should call. Okay. And what does it say? It says to cause barrenness, which means you intentionally do it. Now, if you just happen to have a miscarriage, you can't do nothing about that, But if you intentionally cause barrenness, show barrenness or abortion, okay, and that's a law. That's a okay. That's in the Torah. All right, but this society has normalized it. Now, let's finish this, and then we're gonna go to some more videos, man. All right, this is verse 23, back in Wisdom Solomon 14 and 23. And it said, for whilst they slew their children in sacrifices or used secret ceremonies or made revelings of strange rites, they kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either one slew another traceably or grieved him by adultery, so that there reigned in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, and dissimulation, corrupt unfaithfulness, tumults, perjury. Okay. Verse 26 said, the disquieting of good men forgetful, because a regular working man, a decent man, through, but degenerates and moles and all these people are winning, and they push, okay, these out of order marriages is on the forefront. You look at, Dwayne Wade, they might have him slapping a nigga next for Gabriel. Okay, you look at Steph Curry. Another thing with these Jakes is, see, they still want Jake to be great, because these men, you look at these guys, that's in the entertainment world and sports world, they had these, out of order wives. They're great at what they do. You see, they want you to be great. They want you to be all these different characters, and this great, athlete, dominant athlete, but they don't want you to dominate your household, man. So they want your greatness to sell tickets and make merchandise of. They want the Israelite man greatness for that. Okay, but then they want you to turn that switch off and be, a damn simp beta at the house, man. And it says, for either they are mad. This finish verse 26. It said, disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling of souls, changing of kind, disorder in marriages, adultery, and shameless uncleanness, man. Shameless, man. Was she ashamed when she told Will about, this other nigga? Okay? Was her daughter ashamed to talk about, dealing with multiple men at the same time? And okay? Just a shameless culture, man. You just look at World Star for 5 minutes and look at all this shameless behavior. And these are mothers. These are supposedly mothers that's doing this, man. Okay? Fathers, man, no shame in how they move in the earth, man. Now, let's go from there. Let's get this.
And then the big political and economic question of the 21st century will be, what do we need humans for? Or at least, what do we need so many humans for?
Do you have an answer in the book?
At present, the best guess we have.
You hear him, man. Let me rewind. You hear him, man.
Political and economic question of the 21st century will be, what do we need humans for? Or at least, what do we need so many humans for?
Do you have an answer in the book?
At present, the best guess we have is keep them happy with drugs and computer games.
And we call this the metaverse.
What you guys do in here?
Pretty much everything that you would do in the real world.
Or at least, what do we need so many humans for? Would constitute a new useless class. When I say that these are useless humans, it's not from the viewpoint of the mother, of the wife, of the son, or at least, what do we need so many humans for?
First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
Or at least, what do we need so many humans for?
Forget the conspiracy. Listen to our government agencies. These guys are telling the truth. There's no conspiracy here, folks. Just get your damn vaccine.
All right. Thank you, doctor.
No need for a lot of humans, man. Okay. And Esau Edom, he's trying to get that goal, man. Okay? Because you best believe we haven't seen the end of the Juice Chronicles, man. Okay? Best believe he has an agenda, okay, to subtract, all right, from their population, man. And everything, all these things going automated. You got, you had the video, the brother, like Elder Karatazak in Vegas. He showed the cash, pretty much the automated gas station where everything was automated, man. There was no workers. If you wanted to get something from the store, it was the vending machines. The store is full of vending machines. Okay. Gas you paid at the pump. Okay. This is why this man has been pretty much paying you to stay at home, man, because he's setting up a whole new infrastructure. All right. He wants you juiced up and out the way. Okay. As he bring in his new automated infrastructure, man. And a lot of these, especially jobs that women got. Okay. Retail, tourism. Okay. Pretty much everything besides nursing, because even with teachers, he can get Alexa to teach. Okay. That the agenda he want, he can get Alexa, all right, to show the kids how to do a ritual. Pretty much, man. So this is where this thing is going. All right. Now I got one more. This nigga is wilding out here, man.
Need to send money internationally? Download the Western Union app. Available 20.
A call for an uprising. This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. You think liberal, quote unquote, insanity has gotten out of control? Wait till you see this. Somebody shared this over on the website. I thought at first that this was trolling, right? You know, obviously we know a lot of people do things to try to get a rise out of other people, but no. This isn't trolling what I'm about to show you. This is an actual organization. They have an actual website. They have social media accounts they constantly post on. They literally spend time going out in public and protesting. Protesting what? Protesting people who have kids. That's right. And according to their website, they say truly caring for others. Stop having kids acknowledges that there is an unconscionable amount of needless suffering, injustice, and death in the world, with birth serving as the catalyst for it all. As a result, it is a moral imperative that we strive to minimize and prevent as many new lives as possible. You can't make it up. This is what the government, through mind control operations like Mockingbird, all this stuff we've seen on liberal media, this is what they have convinced society of. Not all of society, but there are actually people out there that are blaming people who are having kids for their own problems in the world, for the homeless situation, for people who can't afford food. And just wait till the grid's down, because these are the people who are going to be triggered and foaming at the mouth. Look at some of the signs they have, and I'm going to show you them actually out in public, talking to people about how it's bad to have kids. They have signs teaching kids that having kids is optional. And they say their goal is, as a collective liberation movement, is to publicize the often overlooked and misinterpreted ideology and child-free lifestyle through a multi-layer approach. These tactics include encouraging advocacy, supplying people with educational resources and materials, as well as producing clothing and accessories that inspire critical thinking, reflection, validation, and positive change. All societies and cultures have heavily encourage and promote having kids. That's one of the whole reasons we're here on Earth, is to have children, you morons. Not to become famous musicians and not to become famous actors, not to achieve our dreams. It's to procreate. It's part of life, and it is part of, quote unquote, evolving as a species. You wouldn't be here if your parents didn't procreate. You lunatics. Look at these people interacting with others literally out in public, and listen to the just nonsense that comes out of their mouths.
So what's stophavingkids.org? I think that would be a really great service to the planet.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely. I mean, first off, you probably already know there's so much already existing life, whether we're talking about humans or other animals, who are in need. And why are they not the priority? Why are we, when birth control exists, contraception exists, obviously access differs across the world. Thank you. But yeah, we should be encouraging people. Societies and cultures should not be encouraging their citizens to have kids. They should be encouraging their citizens to take care of already existing life.
Again, in my role, I'm expected to say, as Pastor Huff, another little miracle. It's like, well, maybe not. Maybe a miracle would be living in harmony with the earth and coming back into balance.
Yeah.
So they're out there talking about this stuff, saying that we need to stop having kids. Yet unfortunately, their parents didn't follow the protocols that they're asking other people to follow, because that would have been very appreciated, because we have enough lunatics running around in today's world. These are the types of people that not only should not have a right to even, they take away free speech from you and from me. And these people are out there telling people not to have kids and telling them it's evil and wicked. The insanity of this world and this country is just flushing itself down a toilet.
And these people will never get a strike. Okay, they can do 1,000 videos, okay, preaching this and teaching this, and they will never get a strike. And people are saying, well, we don't want to bring kids into this suffering world. Well, who's causing the suffering? Who runs this society? Okay, these not just random events that's going on. Okay, there's orchestrated chaos and oppression in the earth, man. And it's Esau Edom. Now, us having the understanding we know this ain't the time, okay, to be fruitful and multiply and just be, wilding out, you know. But things happen, brothers, having babies, brothers reproducing. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. That's between you and your woman, okay. But the fact that you even have to contemplate of bringing life to this society because of the conditions, man. Okay, you gotta, you have to worry about, you gotta try to, because they try to juice your kids up from the dough. Soon as the head come out, is this nigga got a needle, man. Okay, nigga, umbilical cord ain't even cut and he going in. Okay, this, this place is through. But the fact that this is even a doctrine, it said, why is having kids still celebrated? So let's get some precepts, man. Okay, what was the intent that the Most High made? Man and woman. Let's deal with this in Matthew. Okay, then we'll run it back. This is Matthew 19 and 4, and says, and he answered and said unto them, have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? Okay, two genders, man. That's it. Anything outside of that is wicked. Okay, and anti-Messiah, man. And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one one flesh. And that one flesh is through sex. And what is sex used to do? Okay, because what was the role, of a woman? Psalms 113 and 9 says, he maketh the barren woman to keep house and to be a joyful mother of children. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh Bashemal Shai. So a woman was a keeper of the house, keeping, domestic things in order of the house, as the man, would go out and about, and deal with the world, and bring the prophet home for his house. And the woman would, be over the upkeep of that. Okay. And being a joyful mother of kids, which was what, man? That man's legacy being forwarded. Okay, which forwarded what? The nation, where everyone benefited. Man, woman, and child of that nation would benefit. Okay? But this society is completely the opposite, man. Going back to Genesis. We read this the other day. This is Genesis 17 and 6, and says, this is Most High, all right, dealing with Abraham. And it says, I will make thee exceeding fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. Okay, I will make thee exceeding fruitful. Okay, Yahweh Shema Shai is all about okay, multiplication, man. Okay, and you go into seeding, in the Hebrew is ma'ad. All right, it says to be abundance, exceedingly muchness. But Esau is saying subtract. Okay, Esau is telling you to subtract, man. All right, what did he tell Jacob? We went over this. All right, this is Genesis 35 and 11. It says, and the Most High said unto him, I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and the king shall come out of thy loins, man. You see that? So what is the Most High about, man? What is he constantly telling men? Okay. Now this is him talking to Noah. And it said, This is Genesis 9 and 7. And it says, and you, speaking of Noah, be ye fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply therein. And the Most High spake unto Noah and his sons and with him, saying, okay? You see that? So what is the scripture saying, and what is Esau saying, showing you that this man is against life, man? He's against righteousness, man. Okay? This man has to go. Okay? And we can end it here. Let's get this in Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. And it says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. All right, in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyeth the earth, man. So we come to the time where we're going to be rewarded, man. The meek going to inherit the earth, man. And we're going to get to be fruitful and multiply, man. Okay? We're going to get to see the earth give forth its abundance, man. All right? This man has to be stopped, man. Because this man is only going to get worse, man. Okay? But Yahweh Shema Shai is going to destroy him that destroy the earth, man. Till next time I say Shalom. Kwam Yashala Bible Ball DTA soon. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Shalak Rayon Wa Nashon Wa Bayan Wa Haragim Wa Mashapayim Makal Out of Woman Wa Gawayom Wa Yab Yom the Wa Bakusha 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 the Wada Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai the Wada Tum Yah to Wa Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.